How's it going, everybody? Continuing along with our Would You Rather series. Alex, this one that I believe you didn't had your foot in one or both of these at one time in your life. So I think you'll be one of the people that can provide some good insight. So here we go. Would you rather invest in Bank of America or SoFi?
So between the two of them, obviously we know SoFi is a smaller company, and we know that Bank of America is a larger company. I think many of the viewers watching probably don't even know who SoFi is, but everybody knows who Bank of America is. Bank of America is much, much larger, hundreds of billions of dollars in market capitalization. SoFi, I believe, is, correct me if I'm wrong, I think right around that 10 billion mark, maybe a little less. So much,
8.4.
yeah, big difference in size of the company. Bank of America is really, I mean, in the top leading ones. I mean, you have Bank of America, there's Wells Fargo, JP Morgan Chase. Those are like the big guys. And so Bank of America is kind of in that club. So as an investor, when you are looking to invest in companies, you're looking at, who's got little to no competition, and that's kind of your safe spot. You kind of, like if you're looking for e-commerce stocks, you're looking at like Amazon. But, it's interesting with SoFi, they've performed so well over these years, and we've seen like the CEO is very bullish on his stock. He's constantly buying SoFi stock at its lows. SoFi has just continued to perform, and then recently went profitable. So there's a lot of things going well for SoFi, especially with the student loan debt issue that, Biden was supposed to forgive, and now those debts are coming back into people's lives. So SoFi, I think, will make a lot of money off of that. Kirby, what are your thoughts? I know that you've invested in Bank of America, and it's been very promising to you over these years. But now you've started to invest in SoFi and you have a large position in them. So I think you were the better one to ask this question. So I'm curious on what you believe.
Well, yeah, I asked a question to you because you're more in the millennial space and things like that. But I'll get to the reason I'm saying the millennial space. But both of them, Bank of America. I mean, I've told that story many a times. I got in Bank of America at the low, right? Not at the GF, at the tail end of the Great Financial Crisis when Bank of America was at 492. So built a big position in there. Bought the house that I still live in today, cash with that position with Bank of America. So Bank of America, I will always salute you. But on the business side of it, Bank of America was also the same bank that during the great financial crisis let me purchase a home with a heartbeat loan, and I didn't have a job. So yeah, but yeah, sometimes your enemies turn into your friends, right? Uh, but yeah, but for the two banks in general, I mean, like you said, Bank of America is a powerhouse, it's a mega bank. Got name recognition, got customer recognition. It has the most assets under management as far as deposits out of any bank. Bank of America is so big. Uh, SoFi is to me a micro bank compared to Bank of America. Uh, if if I'm searching for security and name recognition and you know they'll be around, they have the capital, that they operate at a efficient level as far as the company itself, then yeah, Bank of America is a company that you will see for years and years and years and decades going down the line. SoFi, like I said, it's a micro bank. When I'm saying micro, I mean it's very, very smaller compared to market cap. Like Bank of America right now is at 350 billion market cap. SoFi is at 8.47 billion. So it's way smaller. Bank of SoFi, excuse me. I like the aspects because for me, you know, I was in the military, so I've been used to mobile banking ever since, the early 2000s, before it was cool. Everybody else was still going to the bank, going to the ATM or what have you. I've been mobile banking since 2002. Especially with military banks and stuff like that. So that's the avenue that we've had way before that. SoFi has, I mean, of course, other bigger companies and caught up and started doing more of those aspects, but SoFi is the only pure mobile banking. And I'm be honest, I like mobile banking. I mean, and another aspect about SoFi that I like, they don't have all the overhead costs that the big banks have. They don't have all these brick and mortar locations that they're paying rent on, that they're paying utilities on, that they're paying taxes on, that they're paying insurance on. Um, so it's kind of like the Amazon model. You know what I mean? They don't have the brick and mortar stores. I'm not talking about the Whole Foods side. I'm talking about the warehouse side, and then everything is done, via mobile application. So you don't have to you don't have to pay all that other overhead costs that you would normally have to pay in the brick and mortar space. Bank of America do have mobile app and features also, but they have mobile app features and the brick and mortars all over the country, and they're paying a lot of money with those. Another aspect of SoFi that I like is, like you said, with the student loan moratorium being over, it's a lot of people that was caught offside, especially with the regulations and what promises that the current administration had about student loans. Uh, a lot of the notion and the agenda is still to keep pushing more kids and more kids to school, so student loans will keep coming online. So I see that going on. Then SoFi, they got on a little investment side of it. They're bringing in home loans. They're adding a lot of products. They're working a lot on the digital scales as far as business to business, customer relations. But with all that being said, I know I've been talking for a minute. Now, if we're just talking about stock performance, Bank of America, currently Bank of America is blowing SoFi out of the water. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and make it look like it's uh it's a landslide decision or an easy decision. SoFi, the company, has been operating excellently. SoFi, the stock, has been moving like absolute trash for the better part of the last 3 or 4 years. Um, I mean, even with that, the net margin on SoFi right now is a negative 4.73. But my thesis also goes to the fact that a lot of the boomers and a lot of the old school banking people, that still, used to physical banks, like the boomers and those my parents and things like that, they're getting older, they're retiring, they're passing on their wealth to the younger generations, millennials like Alex. They're passing on their wealth to these people, and these people are not going into physical banks. So if I'm looking just forward and more futuristic about the banking sector, I do like SoFi as a company. Now, when it comes to stock, it's not like Bank of America is going to roll over if everybody stopped going to brick and mortar banks. Bank of America will just have the capital to invest heavily on the mobile side, commercial side, and they have the money to adapt to and adjust to what the hell else is going on. Uh, so with that being said, if it's on a risk reward play, I would pick SoFi. So I mean, just big risk, big reward, SoFi. I see, them bringing a lot of things online, and they could do a lot of things in the future, especially with the transfer of wealth from the rich from the millennials. Excuse me, from the baby boomers down here to the younger generation. But if I just want to go for safety, stability, get a dividend, then it's Bank of America. Me personally, right now I have a bigger position in SoFi than the position I have left in Bank of America. So that would be my answer. It would be SoFi. Even though, like I said, the stock right now for the past 3 years has performed like crap. But I believe in the notion the market will be rational longer than you can stay liquid. So you have to be sitting there and be patient. If you're not willing to invest in something for 10 years, you shouldn't invest in it for one day. So I'm 3 years in on SoFi. I'm up I think about 12%. I think it's like 12%. I have to go look. But I'm still holding, just like I held Bank of America when it didn't go nowhere for years before it took off. So I'm still going to hold on.
With that, guys, let us know which one you would pick down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one.